Britain's economy grew by the most in nearly 3 years in the first quarter of 2024. It brought an end to the shallow recession it entered in the second half of last year and beat analyst forecasts. Official data said gross domestic product expanded by 0.6% in the 3 months to March. That was the strongest expansion since the fourth quarter of 2021, when it grew 1.5%. Friday's data was welcomed by Prime Minister Rishi Sunak ahead of an election. He said the economy had turned a corner. The opposition Labour Party accused Sunak of being out of touch and said it was not time for what they called a victory lap. On a monthly basis, the economy grew by 0.4% in March. That was faster than analyst forecasts and driven partly by fewer public sector strikes. Data showed car manufacturing performed well but was offset by continued weakness in construction. Friday's data also declared GDP in March was 0.7% higher than a year earlier and above all economist expectations. However, Britain has still had one of the slowest recoveries from the effects of the global health crisis. The country's economy was just 1.7% bigger than its level in late 2019 at the end of the first quarter of 2024. Only Germany among the G7 had performed worse. Honda said it would increase research and development spending this financial year by nearly a quarter. It plans to spend $7.6 billion for R&D this year, up almost a quarter from last year. The Japanese automaker wants to boost its competitive edge in hybrid and other electrified vehicles. Car makers are focusing more on hybrid models as sales of fully electric vehicles disappoint. On Friday, Japan's second largest automaker by volume announced a share buyback worth up to $1.93 billion. That after it beat analyst forecasts for fourth quarter earnings. The company was helped by strong sales growth in the US, which offset a decline in China. Sales were up 17% in the US, while local rivals hurt the firm in China, where sales fell over 6%. A weaker Japanese yen and robust hybrid model sales also contributed to Honda's profit. The carmaker forecast a 2.8% rise in operating profit for 2024-25 to $9.11 billion, just ahead of analysts' projections. Operating profit for the 3 months to March 31st grew more than sixfold from a year earlier to $1.96 billion, well ahead of analyst forecasts.